any application on Salesforce. So now companies have started maintaining other data as well on Salesforce. So it's not just the customer data, it is employees data, it is the finance data and all that stuff. Because you have that advantage, right? The advantage is that you don't have to, spend a lot of money on setting up the infrastructure. You don't have to take care of the maintenance and everything. And your data will be accessible, available from everywhere. Yes. So there is a question, nice question, which comes from Dinesh. He says, can we build ERP-related application on Salesforce? Absolutely correct. We can do that. All right. So that is about our Salesforce and the CRM and the cloud computing thing. So the basics I think we have talked about. Anyone has any question at this point of time, please type it, or please unmute yourself and ask. Any quick questions from anyone? I will next thing that I'm gonna get into is the roles that are available for Salesforce professionals. But before that, I just feel that if I can have a quick question from anyone. Okay, no questions. That means the way I am explaining is extremely good.
So Jeet, this is Dinesh.
Yeah, Dinesh.
So as you said, like for licensing, it is minimum of $5 we can use. Investing, like yeah. What is the? I mean, what kind of things we are going to get in that $5? I mean, what is the space we are going to get, and what and all they are going to offer us?
Excellent question. But the timing for this question might not be the right. I can just give you a little. Sorry. I can just give you a little overview on that, but I won't be able to explain that in details. So the thing is that they have. So the question that Dinesh is asking, that what sort of features or what sort of data space will be available on that $5 license. So it is not just about the $5 license. They have licenses starting from $5 to $300. Okay. So there is a complete list of different types of licenses, and not just licenses. They call these things as editions. So there are a little combinations of which edition, which license you pick and all. So that is something which we will discuss in details during our training program. But having said that, just to answer your question quickly, this is the most basic, and it has very basic features. The basic features as in it will allow you to store the information of your customers, their phone numbers, contact details, and it will also allow you to schedule your tasks and activities and all those things. So that is what this $5 license basically does. So it has very basic features that we have to understand, and does not allow too many options for customizing and all those things. But still, I mean, people who want to have a CRM, they can easily have a good amount of data stored in this thing. Okay. Okay, and now I think there is a question from Sukanya. Where is the physical existence of the server, say Facebook.com? Okay. So physical existence, okay, sometimes we make a mistake. We feel that this cloud-based server does not exist. Some people actually, I mean, by mistake, I have seen a few very senior people talking about this, that cloud-based server does not exist. So it's not that it does not exist, it has to exist. There's nothing which can stay in space or something like that. So there has to be a server. Now the question that Sukanya has is, where is the physical existence of the server? So first good thing is we understand that there is a physical existence of the server. That Facebook.com server or Salesforce.com server or Google.com server, so these are the servers which are maintained by them, right? So they know where they are actually maintaining it and all, and they maintain it pretty well, right? And it is not just one server, it is replicated into multiple servers. Any of these businesses. Have you ever seen that Google is down for some time? Have you ever seen that in last 5 years or 10 years? That you went to Google and Google is not responding? Have you ever seen Facebook is down? These are not down, right? I mean, while I ask this question to you, you might be feeling that, oh, what kind of a weird question? How can Google be down? But that is also a server, right? The reason why these servers are not down anytime, simple logic or the simple reason behind that is they have replicated servers, multiple servers, not just one application again, right? So when they are doing maintenance on one server, the other server is up. So the server cannot go down. So same is the concept with Salesforce.com. So Salesforce.com will never let the server down. Okay, but if it is your personal server, you will have to take care of maintenance, right? 1 or 2 days maintenance whenever you are doing, your server will be down. People will not be able to access the data. But if you are using Salesforce.com, that is one advantage that you have. Now to answer Sukanya's question quickly, so where they maintain the physical server and all those things, they take care of that. So we never get into that thing, right? And there are multiple servers which are maintained. It is not just one server, right? So they have multiple locations where they maintain things and all that, right? Santosh has a small comment here. WhatsApp went down, crashed when Facebook acquired. WhatsApp is that is the reason why they were sold to Facebook. They might not be the right kind of company and all. So we are clear on this so far. Are we okay? Do we have any questions? Any other questions? I got a few questions and I have answered those. So if you are fine here, I'm moving on to the next concept of the roles. What kind of a role you will be into? So this is the most important thing, or this is something that you will be hearing with too much of seriousness and all. So see, we just need to understand one thing. Whenever we are taking up a training or we are learning a technology, the reason is that we want to get into that technology. So this part is going to be important for you to understand what kind of a role will be offered to you once you get into Salesforce. Okay, so there are 3 roles basically. Actually, there are 4. There's a role of an end user. End user is person who uses Salesforce. So for end user, no training is required. Another is administrator. The next one is a developer, and the next one is a functional consultant. Now this end user requires no training. Anyone can become an end user. You just need 30 minutes of brief and you become an end user. So that is no role actually. Administrator is a person who manages the users. I'm talking about licenses here, right? So a company can have multiple licenses. If the company has multiple licenses within the company, they need someone to administer all of them, right? Who will have what access, who will be able to delete, who will be able to create, all that stuff. So and the administrator will be the person who will manage the users. He also takes care of a bit of data management part. He manages the data also. He also does a bit of reporting stuff. So this is what an administrator basically does. So administrator's role is more like a policeman's job, right? So this guy he keeps on controlling everyone, controlling the data and reporting and all that stuff. So that is what an administrator would do. Developer is a person who can design apps or customize the existing apps. So if you purchase an app from Salesforce, developer should be able to customize that. Customize that in terms of your requirement, right? So let's say there's an app from Salesforce that you have got, and this app can automatically send emails to the customers, right? You want to customize it and make certain changes that the email should be sent only if certain criteria is met, for example. So that customization, because every company has their own policies and they have their own logics and all. So that customization helps you achieve that thing without developing a new app. So small customizations can be done on the existing or the app that you have bought from Salesforce. Okay. Then comes a functional consultant. A functional consultant is a guy who is basically it's more like more of a business analyst kind of a role, where this person talks to the client understands their requirement and transfers all this information to the